Okay, XE timing belt. Mark there, and a mark there. And run the belt all around that, and we set the tension of this tensioner here. It's kind of hard to show, but I've got a set of vice grips holding a short extension, which is doing the tensioner. Then I've got a little short Allen key bit to turn, and that bit gives us the tension, so we just need to go and spin the belt over now and see what happens. I just turn it over, well, I turn it on the crank, it'll be fine.
Right, on the go and see how it goes.
It'll be spot on. No bad to do. Vauxhall did do a special tool to set the tension, but you can't really go wrong. You can't like push the tensioner that far round where you're going to over tension the belt. Right, so GT's been sitting for months, so we're going to go and bleed the brakes on it. It's had all new discs, pads, bearings on the back, new brake pipes all over the place, so I'll pour some fluid in it. I've just got to crack the pipes and we'll push the fluid through. What's a handbrake cable like? Three clicks, perfect. That's all right, okay. Right, pump it up. Put it on. Pump it up. Now put it on. There we are. What's the pedal like? Aye. That's your butt. Done. Perfect. Top that off again. And the brakes are already built up on this. This is the early type of rear disc with the tapered bearings on it. We just fitted the return springs on there. I'm just tweaking the handbrake on it. You want to watch and see if I can get the tops to stick there. Everything's nice and free on these. That's your return spring there. If you've got them missing, the handbrake doesn't work quite as it should. You can see these are all freed off and absolutely fine. So that's good. I'm going to pull it out there. Pull it down. Is it going to come out? Oh, that is good. Right.
What one's what?
Doesn't matter. There we go.
Oh fuck! I fucked you. Thanks fucking lasting me over there. I'm going round
I got a piece of wood.
I'm going round the
There's a big plank of wood. So what's left for that? You need to put the alternator on it and your belts.
belts, with a set of belts and tyres for wheels.
Set of tyres, what wheels?
Slabs, Cavalier GSi.
No, you could put the split pin through the back of that nut and one of the hubs, put the caps, fill the caps of grease, put them on and that's, and put the wheels on it. Well, you could put the wheels on it now. And on there, and a set of belts, put the interior back in it, but it's not that far away then, inside. Right.
With this, hopefully.
The headlight will add in the post.
CVC in the hood.
Good luck with that fog lights.
Good luck.
I'm not sure how much the charger's done on it. We'll have to go and see if it will, if we've got any chance of it starting. I don't want to start it with the door shut because it'll be smoky. We've got ignition lights. That's something. Oh, right, that's okay. Probably will start. Get out that side. Ah. That's a Vectra 2.2 DTi. I bought it in 2017 and it was brilliant until the steering rack went and I popped it up for a few months. Now it goes into limp mode and I've tried everything with it to get it to run again and it doesn't work. So what I'm going to have to do is break it for spares, but that's obviously a big job. To add insult to injury, it just goes and starts perfectly first turn of the key there. What can you do? It's done 175,000 miles or something. What's it worth? Besides the point, it is absolute death that comes out the exhaust in it, I've got to be honest with you. So, I'm going to nick two of the wheels off it for the other Vectra because this has got really good tyres on it. Have a small tidy up in there because it's an absolute mess. This is just so frustrating what happened with this. Because I ran it for about a year and a half and it was perfect. It started first time all the way through the beast from the east and everything, and then steering rack exploded on it, so I parked it up for a few months, went back to it, put a rack in it, ran it down to London, the engine management light came on and it said problems are going into limp mode ever since. And I've tried everything with it. It must be something right in the guts of the loom somewhere, so it's had it, I'm afraid, especially with buying the petrol one. These 2.2 DTIs haven't got the best sort of reputation for reliability, but of course with the fact that I've put so much new stuff onto it, when I break it I've got to go really far into it to get all the new parts out, so that's going to be quite a job. But for the moment it can go back in the garage once I've taken those two tyres off it for the other Vectra. No, £2.5 grand. I'd say that's a fair price for that. 1.6 Sport, converted to be like a GSi replica. What's it not got? Hasn't got the trip computer, ABS, tilting steering column, and it's got manual mirrors in it. That's pretty much it. And it's rock solid, so it's got to be worth £2.5 grand. Go up and take the money. If the man's got the money there, take it. Oh, exactly. That's got to be worth £2.5 grand. I would go and take the money, stick it in the bank, use it for something else, not a car. You've got too much shite on a bit as it is. So now that I've dragged the Vectra out, I can't be bothered doing anything else because it's now really clammy and warm and weird, and that's like a whole weekend's effort in there. I wouldn't even say it's organised chaos, it's just chaos, but...
Plenty of money sitting in there.
Did I fucking say that? The Astra Cesaro interior, that'll come in useful for something. Cavalier 4x4, 8 valve interior. Probably won't be useful for something. And yeah, a whole load of other bits. But you'd be amazed at how often I can go raking in amongst this and find what I need. Right, anyway. Okay, so these are two of my main cars. Cavalier CD or 2 litre 16 valve on it, which is really simple and reliable. I would take it anywhere. And this, which is highly complex to take them in. Make a racket. Yeah, so use this all the time. This one I've owned since 2006, but it's been off the road a lot of that time. It's gone through quite a few transformations and things. It was on the road in 2018, and it's not too much to get it back on the road again, so I'll be going and running through that. As soon as the GTE's off the ramp, we can start on it again. Okay, so I bought it in 2006. 2007 it got a 3 litre V6 put in it. 2010 it got quite extensively rebuilt by an F28 and a 5 stud. 2013 it nearly went on fire when it shorted out and I had to, at the wiper linkage, and I had to pull the entire car loom out it and then rebuild it in the living room. And I got that back together and finally got it back on the road in 2018. After a fair amount of welding work and other bits and pieces. A tidy thing inside, and it's got air conditioning, which is extremely rare on a any Cavalier, but especially a pre-facelift one. Last thing I was doing before all the COVID stuff kicked in, bit of welding at the back of the floor there. I think there's another couple of little patches that I need to sort out on it. I think I could clean out inside now. It's full of like garage dust. But the last big rebuild that it had a lot of stuff done under the bonnet. Just hold that up there just now. Yes, under the bonnet we have a 3 litre V6 Omega engine, which has got Courtney ported heads, Piper cams, an enlarged throttle body, original fabrications tubular manifolds, Welsh Coast Customs full stainless exhaust system on it. So I do kind of think I need to get it mapped though. I've put the 2.5 injectors back in it because the fuel economy has got absolutely terrible, but it does go very well. And of course it's got this big massive engine in it, and it's got the aircon. That's what all this stuff is here. And then you've got your 4-wheel drive transfer box. It isn't a locked box that I've got in this. It's got the accumulator bulb system on it. I have removed the ABS. You'll see there's a big empty bit. I've removed the ABS and fitted a master cylinder from an SRI for much better brake pedal performance. It's also got, it's also fitted with cruise control, so pretty luxurious for such an old car. The aim for 2020 is just get an MOT on it and get it cleaned up and get it back out and use it, you know. Hopefully this time, once I've gone through it, there won't be anything that's going to particularly stop it from being on the road long term. So there you go, yeah, Cavalier GSi. That is one of the upcoming projects coming your way very soon.